Hey everyone, this is Sean from 8-Bit Shinobi, and I just wanted to show off a couple of my games in my gaming room. This right here is my pride and joy, the Star Wars game. I really like all the arcades, especially the specific ones where you have like these really crazy controls. So this one, it feels like you're flying on the X-wing. So I just wanted to talk a bit about myself and why I started 8-Bit Shinobi. Well, it all started off as a pet project. I was working on doing themed parties, and I did one so well that everyone's like, "Dude, you should open up a place." So then I just came up with ideas like I started learning how to brew my own beer, how to make my own wine. I make wine from honey, and it just feels so much more rewarding when you're drinking it. You know you made it with your own hands. You experimented with all the recipes, and you found like because I made my own sauces for the Japanese food. I felt like it transferred over, like I was able to get the measurements down and just follow the directions. So yeah, I've been a huge gamer all my life. Like when I was younger, my uncle took us to the Midway, and we'd play all sorts of games. They had the games that were the winning base where you pay and then you get the tickets, and then they had the more arcade games, which I thought was cool. But now a lot of the places, like when all the arcades disappeared, they just had the ones that were for kids where you play and you'd win the tickets. Those are fun, but I miss the old ones from back in the days with the joysticks, and then the specialty ones. Like my favorite one was called Virtual On, where you had like the joystick from a flight simulator. So you'd have the two joysticks, and it was almost like you're in the cockpit of like a mech suit. So you were like these giant mechs duking it out with guns and just like attacking each other with swords and stuff. It was really neat. And like with the two joysticks, you were able to like slide your character over. So gaming has been a huge part of who I am, and I'm also a huge fan of like the traditional card based games. So in high school, I played a lot of Magic, and then after that, I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I learned more about all these other games like Catan and these games that are like almost like story driven. Like there's a bunch of them, but yeah. When I was younger, we didn't have very much growing up. Like when it came to games, the only time I get a bunch of new games was when a place closed down and they were getting sales. So I got like all the games like for dirt cheap, so my parents would buy it. So one day, someone stole our Sega and everything, and we didn't have anything for the longest time. We just had Super Nintendo with one game, and the only way we'd get new games is when a friend came over and uh, brought their games, and we'd play it, and then they'd lend it to us. So that's why I came up with this idea, because where I'm at right now, there's not a lot of locations. There's like one arcade bar, and it's a pay as you go. You just like bring your quarters and you pay, or there's a machine that'll turn your cash into coins. So I wanted to create something that was more affordable, so that people that didn't have a lot of money could just pay $5, play their favorite games, like the old games, the new games, and not have to like spend a fortune. Like, a lot of games now are not like the same as when we were gaming. Because when we were gaming, you just buy the game, and that's all you needed. You just need the game and the system. The system came with the 2 controllers. Now you gotta buy the extra controller. You gotta buy this, the charger, the headset. So when you're online playing, you're talking to your buddies, and then you gotta buy the expansions and the add-on content you gotta buy to play online. So we're just trying to make everyone be able to come over to our location, play some games, have some good food, and drink some amazing cocktails and craft beers. So I'm uh, I'm also a huge movie fan. So my favorite all-time movie would be Star Wars. Like, I remember I got this for Christmas. I watched it like every day. I would pick in a movie. I pick in one of these movies. I'd play it, go to the next one, then rewind it, and then go to the next one, and then go to the next one, and then rewind it and watch it again. So I was a huge Star Wars fan, and I even have my your father's lightsaber. So that's another part of what I wanted to include, like special movie nights. And I've always been, I really like comic books. So you see the Spider-Man over there, and I have my Funko Pops over there, and these comic books. So I have some. I think I have like a few of them that are actually comic books, but the rest are in here. Which is, I love these ones because some of these older comic books are like a fortune. So you would just buy these and get the whole story instead of buying each issue, which is pretty cool. So the comic books thing came when I came up with the idea. I was working on Paranormal Academy with a friend, and we were working on it. I said, well, why not have all your geeky needs in one place, like your comics, video games. And then we also thought of special nights like movie night. I was thinking of Saturday morning cartoons. Like, I remember waking up every morning with the cereal and breakfast, and we'd have the Saturday morning cartoons, and we'd just hang out all on the morning, and then we'd go outside and play. And there's not a lot of that going on, but it is cool to binge watch your favorite series now on Netflix. But it was like something that was like magical. Like, you woke up for a Saturday, like you'd go through your week. Friday you'd have like Family Matters and all the shows, and then Saturday was a day for all those cool cartoons. So we want to try to bring that back, like the older cartoons, some of the newer ones, and anime, of course. And we're looking at doing all sorts of other fun things. So we're just like we're working hard to get this project up and going, and right now we're really counting on everyone's support, and we're also trying to find some of the best and coolest games. I just recently got Dragon's Lair for the PS4. I'm planning on getting the actual cabinet. So this one, you can play it on the PS4, and it has all the games. So I got this one from a user on eBay, AC Gamings, and I got it for a pretty great price. you look around, you'll see the buy now. Sometimes you can get it lower if you're lucky. So, yeah, I'm going to be having this game and some other games. And we're also doing some crazy contests. If you haven't checked that out, you can win God of War, one of my favorite games, game of the year. We're also giving away art by so this is tile art from Mel's Marvels. I had to think about that one for a second. So this has Vic Mignogna's signature on it, so Broly. So you could win this. And if you're into Funkos, you can win this guy, Broly. So, you see that he says Broly right there, and he has his signature on it, and it's the Galactic comic. Was it Galactic Toys? Sorry, Galactic Toys edition. So this guy is like about 200 and some bucks on eBay, or you could try to win it off of me. So we're also hoping to get guests like Vic Mignogna or why am I drawing a blank? Chuck Huber. Yeah, we're looking to get those guys at one point, hopefully, so we could so that you guys can get your own stuff signed at the event. And we're going to have a lot of cool games, prizes. We're going to have more prizes to come. So just stay tuned. And I'll talk to y'all later. Check out my channel, 8 Shinobi on Twitter, and check out my YouTube channel. Keep checking up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing updates. I'm going to do a couple of cocktails from the book. And I'm going to try to... It's a little bit harder because I have to hold this thing, so I might just get someone to hold it. So I'm going to show you how to make the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man the way I made it. I made it slightly different. So I'll be doing a couple of recipes from the book, but the special recipes, the only way to get those ones that I created myself, the 10 extra recipes, is to be the first 100 pre-sub. So that's the only way to get that until the next book comes out. So I just thought of having it as like a variant cover that only the first 100 can get. So something like with it'll have like special cover art, and it'll have the 10 extra recipes, and I'll probably do more for events, have like newer recipes in it with a variant cover. So keep following me for new updates. And I hope you guys are having a great time locked up. We're just taking our time writing new characters and stories. So have fun.